An ANC without Jacob Zuma. What comes next? In just 5 months since former President Jacob Zuma decided to run against the ANC and endorse the MK party, the ANC failed to win the majority in the 29th May elections, with Zuma's party rising to become the third largest party. Will the ANC survive without him? The ANC this week expelled Zuma from the party for misconduct, charging him with contravening the party's constitution by supporting, forming, and voting for the MK party. He was suspended in January, a month after announcing that he would vote against the ANC in the 2024 national and provincial elections in June. This came after Zuma launched the MK party in December, claiming it was an alternative to rescue the ANC from losing power completely. The clash also involves the trademark and logo of the MKP, which the ANC claims as theirs. Zuma stated he would not vote for the ANC of President Cyril Ramaphosa. What will the ANC look like without Zuma? This question has been met with mixed reactions, especially from those who worked with Zuma and served under his leadership. Some comments IOL received were from ANC and EC members who wish to remain anonymous due to internal faction. Others declined to comment, concerned about how their responses might be interpreted. Remember, there are debates about who led the country better between Zuma and Ramaphosa. So you know how the topic goes, and my comments might be interpreted differently. But I think ANC will survive, one member said. He continued, stating that Zuma has done more damage to the party than any other leader. I'm sure you know about the 9 wasted years of Zuma issue. This issue arose because of how he led the country, he said. Another member said, "Good riddance, Zuma is gone. We cannot have a leader who runs against us and expects respect and the best treatment. That cannot happen," he said. However, another member argued that Zuma led the party well and is deeply loved. You can see how much he is loved. No one here is loved like him, but what can we say? He is gone. Speaking to IOL, political analyst Professor Sipho Sepe said Zuma is a crowd puller, loved by many, and his departure from the ANC will bring significant damage. Sepe said it was unfortunate because the ANC was dealing with someone they had supported for years, hence their frustration. So, what is now said by people like Thabo Mbeki and others is just an attempt to manufacture lies about Zuma, he said. Zuma served in critical roles in the ANC, including going to exile. According to Sepe, it would be a mistake if they were dealing with a different type of person. Because he was not ordinary, he has now become the object of hatred. In the ANC, there is a tendency to hate their own more than hating their oppressor. No party does that more than the ANC. It is unable to acknowledge that when Zuma told you that you are messing up and you will lose, he added. For the first time in South Africa democratic history, the ANC failed to win a majority in the elections. The party dropped to 40% in the 29th May national and provincial elections. Sepe said this was the worst performance by any ANC president. This notion that Ramaphosa is good and works for the country is just nonsensical, he said. Sepe mentioned that the ANC will feel the pinch of Zuma's departure because he will now compete with them. Who is Jacob Zuma? Zuma is a politician who served as the country's president from 2009 until he was forced to resign in 2018. He served as deputy president from 1999 to 2005. He also served as deputy president and president of the ANC. In his youth, he was among those who fought apartheid, which resulted in his imprisonment on Robben Island. During his presidency, Zuma faced numerous votes of no confidence and an impeachment vote in parliament for his alleged involvement in corruption with the Guptas. He survived all of them, shielded by the ANC's majority. MK was the armed wing of the ANC until it was disbanded in 1993, but Zuma resurrected the name for his political movement, the MKP. The ANC fight against the MKP. The ANC has objected to Zuma using the name, leading to numerous legal challenges in the courts. They are currently in court over the trademark of MKP. In the meantime, Zuma expels MKP Secretary General Arthur Zwane for the second time. Former President Jacob Zuma Umkhonto weSizwe MK party was for the second time fired Arthur Zwane as the party's Secretary General. This is less than a month after he was reinstated for the position. Zwane was fired earlier last month together with the Treasury General Danisa Zulu. Zwane replaced former Secretary General Sihle Ngubane, who was deployed to Parliament. In a letter directed to Zwane, Zuma told him that he was fired because of misleading the party. However, details on how Zwane misled the party remains unclear. I refer to the letter I wrote to you on June 28, in which I, Jacob Zuma, as president of the Umkhonto weSizwe Party MKP, expressed my decision to you to relieve you from the position of Secretary General of the party. I therefore reconfirm my earlier decision to you and thus expect you to cooperate fully with my decision and desist from continuing to serve in this capacity. Furthermore, owing to your conduct of misleading the party, I reserve the right to expel you from the party with immediate effect, the letter read. 3 weeks after being named the party's Secretary General in June, Zwane resigned, citing an inability to handle the workload, but Zuma allegedly rejected his resignation. In the last 2 weeks, I have realized that the volume of work in my office is huge and beyond my limits, especially because I have other competing businesses interests that I'm pursuing, quoted from his letter. But it was later revealed that Zwane only resigned because he was expelled and not because of what he claims to be. In the meantime, we want our votes, said 63-year-old MK party member after working 19 days from Polokwane to Nkandla. The Umkhonto weSizwe Party's Malesela Mkonywana, also known as King Sebata, received a hero's welcome in Nkandla after his long walk from Limpopo to former President Jacob Zuma's Kwadakwa Udunuse homestead in Nkandla. Mkonyama walked 19 days. The man from Masasane village in Polokwane said the main reason for this walk was to raise awareness about the alleged vote rigging during the recent elections. Mkonyama said he started his work on the 15th of July. I started this work to raise awareness about the vote rigging that happened on the 29th of May during the elections. I'm asking the simple question, where is my vote? I wanted to walk from Polokwane to Nkandla and ask Ubaba Zuma this question personally because I feel we were robbed, he said. Receiving Mkonyama, former President Zuma gifted him with a cow as a token of appreciation. Zuma said Mkonyama is fighting for a good cause. We have given Mkonyama a cow as a sign of appreciation. We are practicing Ubuntu because we believe that when you are visited, you should gift visitors with something. Mkonyama demonstrated great leadership by working 19 days to voice out his plights. As black people, we must follow on his steps. We still want our stolen votes, Zuma said. And that's it from Injibs Network. Stay tuned to our celebrity and gossip news.